Hi, I'm Diane Gray, Area Representative with Classical Conversations in Oregon, and I'm here with Amy Dent-Beebe, who is the founder of CocoPolka photo album products. Amy, tell us about your family and how you're connected to Classical Conversations.
Sure. Well, we've been a part of CC for 10 years now. We started when my oldest was 4, and she's now 13 and going into Challenge B. I also have a 12-year-old and a 6-year-old, all girls. It's a very girl-heavy family. And I was a foundations tutor the first year we started out, and then I've moved up to Challenge A, and this will be my 5th year directing Challenge A with my second daughter.
Great. So how did you get into the photo album business?
Well, you know, I say that I was an accidental photo album diva. I was looking for photo albums to make the flip books that we have on CC Connected, and I couldn't find them at the time, or I couldn't find the ones with the right amount of pockets, or they just seemed to fall apart easily. And I realized that there was a market for that, and I found a good manufacturer, and we went from there, and now I have a whole bunch of products that work great for homeschoolers or just for photo albums in general.
How do they work for homeschoolers, but in particular, Classical Conversations homeschoolers?
Well, the first thing we have is the flip books, which everybody loves these, right? This is so much more portable. I've had 2 Memory Masters for the last 6 years, and these have been a lifesaver that I don't have to take my whole guide with me, and I don't have to worry about destroying my guide. This year, I also actually designed a weekly, by subject version of the flip books, so you can find those on CC Connected, and they fit in here perfectly. I have both black and white pockets. I prefer the black pockets. I think it looks more elegant. These are really wonderful. Then I also like to use them for so many things. I also have Latin charts here that I'm using for my challenge age daughters, so they can take these with them and have a whole bunch of Latin charts and some Latin vocabulary as well. But my most favorite way for CC families to use my photo albums are my 6x8 photo albums that contain my timeline cards. So here's my CC Modern World I wrote on the side, and these are clear pockets, so you can see both sides of your timeline cards and you can flip through them. The other thing I've done with all of my albums is that they open on the inside, so nothing is going to fall out. A lot of albums open at the top, so these are nice and secure in here, and you can pull them in and out.
Very good. So why do you think CC homeschooling families should use these products for their cards, their flip books, or their flashcards?
Right. So I made sure that these were a little bit higher quality than the ones you can find. I use a little bit heavier gauge plastic. You're also supporting a CC family when you use them. And I have designed them with CC families in mind. I end up finding more and more uses for them all the time. I use them for scrapbooking. I love the idea of scrapbooking, but I never have the time for it. So now I just throw everything in one of my albums. I throw all my ticket stubs and airline passes and museum tickets and everything I can think of in there, and it looks wonderful. I also use them for recipes, and I do use them for flashcards for my 6-year-old. I have all of her flashcards in there, and I keep finding more and more uses for them. So I hope that'll be of benefit to CC families. And I know this is shocking, I also sometimes even use them for photos.
Imagine that. Well, thank you very much for sharing today, Amy.
All right,
Appreciate that.
Thanks, Diane.